Hi guys, it's LSP. Just a quick video showing you a live trade that I'm in. I took a short on cable this morning, which didn't pan out, and then I opted to take a trade on the Euro USD because I think the dollar may very well be resuming its move lower. We've pretty much with this move here, we took out stops. Nice push down, and you can see we're breaking lows. I know this is only the 15-minute chart, but obviously we're in the context of an overall bearish dollar. So yeah, this break is pretty decent, and I'm expecting price to at least challenge here. Oh, it's a bit too thick, and potentially here. So we'll see how we fare. In favour of my trade, if you take a look at the euro, we had this move down this morning during London. We've taken out the stops here. We've had a nice push higher, rejection. This is what I look for, and could have got a slightly better price, to be honest. I'm currently in at 23.97. Yeah, one could argue I could have got slightly better, but it's neither here or there. And if you take a look at the Euro GBP, I've marked off this area up here, which I do believe we're going to get one last push up, which should help the Euro USD. It's all context basically. It's a storyline, It's kind of working to piece everything together in a way that makes the most sense. And we've got the CAD taking a nice shit dive. Almost 50 pips, 60 pips or so. The USD Japanese yen not really going anywhere, kind of just grinding low. It's probably going to challenge these lows down here. I'm just sticking that up a little bit. Sort of down here, so we're talking about another 35 pips or so. So yeah, dollar front pairs are taking a little bit of a slap. Aussie dollar, continuing its grind higher. The monthly on the Aussie dollar looks unbelievable, man. And I've marked off this area up here. I do think we're going another 180 to sort of 350 pips. I think we're going to be up here at some point, sort of 84.60 and 82. Well, let's say 83 big figure. I think we'll be at on the Aussie dollar at some point in the next couple of months. But yeah, so far so good. I've got my trade in. I've got a very small 20 pip stop. Might be a little bit too tight, but again, as I've said many times, I'm quite an aggressive trader, so I like to see if I can get in nice tight stops, about 15 pips or so on the USD or the DXY. So yeah, all in all, I'm happy with this trade. You can see that we've this move here, guys. This nice spike up and then small retracement. We did have some some news that came out on the euro. Now we're in the middle from 10 o'clock. But basically, we had some news came out for the euro, and I expected it to just to rip, the 40 or so pips, 30 to 40 pips, and challenge these Monday highs. But it didn't happen. Now it is at the minute 10:15 in the UK, which doesn't bode well per se for a trade at this time of the day. Things are quite slow, but the next sort of half an hour they're going to start to pick up again. And like I said, I'm very comfortable with this trade. I'm more than happy with the way that the trade's panning out. I'm more than happy with the way that I've taken the trade. And like I said, the trade that I took on the on the cable this morning. If I just quickly pop over to the account history, you can see that's the trade right there. You know, took a small stop on this for about 20 pips or so, but you can see it's the same scenario, same sort of thing. We've come down, taken out stops here, you know, found some support, nice rejection, and I expect we're probably going to challenge this high here. I'm sorry if there's like lots of lines on my chart, but you know, we're probably going to end up here today at some point. 140, 160, let's say, because you know we're in the context of an overall bullish move on both the the pound and the euro. You know, both currencies have been very strong. The dollar's been very weak. You know, and you have to kind of accept that. Yeah, we're getting some movement now. Look, let me just jump back over to the trade. Yeah, so we're getting some movement now. You have to accept that, and accept that. You know, the dollar has been weak, and sometimes it's it's very easy to fall into the habit of, or to fall into the trap of, believing that you know it's not going to go down forever, it can't keep going, so on and so forth. You know, don't think like that. Just stay with the overall trend until you see clear, definable characteristics in price action that tell you, you know, price has shifted direction. You know what I mean? The pair has now gone from bearish to bullish, and until I see that nice, good, you know, market structure shift, there's nothing to do. You just have to follow the direction. Now, you know, in the cable trade, you know, I was following the direction of this short-term pullback because I did expect it to get to at least down here in this line. If I remember, it's a weekly high. Yeah, I did expect it to come down a little bit and challenge this previous high, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So obviously we shift gears and we go in the direction and we go with what price action is telling us. Price action is telling us that it's bullish. It wants to go higher. You know, if it didn't, it would have continued going lower. And I know that sounds like a stupid thing to say, but it's just how it is. At the end of the day, you know, we've had this nice controlled pullback. There's no reason why. Think about this. There's no reason why the euro should have stopped here. You know, when we have some price imbalances down here. You know, plenty of stops. Previous Monday's low, previous weekly low. You know, there's reasons for this to continue going lower, but the overall bullish bias and the bullish trend is still strong. So you have to go with what the market's telling you. And in this case, it's telling me that the Euro USD is still strong. And I'm more than happy to take a small hit on cable if it gets me in a trade on the Euro USD and I finish up on the debt. That's, you know, that's how I, you know, that's how I gather my information. Sometimes you have to take, you see, I'm using a Mac, guys. Sorry, this is a bit weird. You see how it says drag to modify. You know, you have to take, you know, sorry, what I like to do is I like to put some feelers out sometimes. I like to put trades out there sometimes. Don't get me wrong. I took the cable trade because I expected it to go down, and it didn't. So that gives me information. That tells me that, you know, cable doesn't want to continue going lower. It's rejected that price level. You know, Euro's done the same, and the Euro GBP is, compared to the cable and the Euro, not really going anywhere. And it's still maintaining. I mean, this has been going sideways for a while. This huge broad range consolidation again came down, took out stops, accumulation. You know, we may end up challenging these highs, but the point is, it gives you everything that you need to know. And sometimes people get all bent out of shape because they've lost a little bit of money and they start spazzing out. You don't need to do that. You know, take the trade. What did that trade just tell you? If you take a loss, break it down, work things out. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to give you the information that you need to either re-enter the market or to, you know, stay on the sidelines until you get more information. So that's just a quick rundown, guys, of what I'm doing on the, I think it's the 30th today. Yeah, you know, on the 30th of January 2018. And you know, I'll monitor the trade, and then I'll let you know on Twitter and in the review video tonight how it went. And until then, I will speak to you soon.